Okay, complaint and misconception number 2 about Islam. The hijab is forced on women by their fathers and or husbands. Unfortunately, in some areas of the world this is true, even in areas like England, America, Canada, France. In these instances, it is a case of the Quran being used and manipulated to support misogyny for cruel and inhumane purposes. However, just because this is happening in some areas does not mean that it is happening in all areas and is the only way that a Muslim woman would wear a hijab. I have seen videos here on YouTube from Western converts to Islam who wear the hijab. I have seen videos here on YouTube made by Muslim girls and Muslim women who were born into Muslim families who choose to wear the hijab despite the fact that their parents don't want them to. I'll repeat that, despite the fact that their parents do not want them to. So, why do Muslim women, both converts and those born into Muslim families, do this? Well, any number of reasons. Because they're practicing their religion, because they don't want to be seen as sexual objects. I mean, who can blame them for that? Because they're shy. There are any number of perfectly valid reasons for a Muslim woman to wear the hijab. The ironic thing is that many of the people who complain about hijab are liberals and feminists, people who claim to respect the civil liberties of individuals and the right of women to choose what goes on with their own bodies. The next time you see a woman on the street in your neighborhood or city wearing hijab, talk to her before you rudely and oftentimes automatically assume that she is oppressed. Also, in response to those who say, "Oh, well, if they wear hijab, it shows that they don't care about women in other countries who are forced to wear it." Where does this logic come from? So, because these Muslim women are exercising their right to choose the hijab, this means they don't care. How is this any different from saying, "Oh, those 2 gay guys got married. They must not care about gay guys in other states who can't get married"? Oh, wait, that's right, I completely forgot. When 2 gay men or 2 gay women get married, they're showing solidarity. They're making a stand. But when a Muslim woman in France wears hijab, she's not only breaking the law, the burqa ban being a form of oppression, but she's showing that she doesn't care about her oppressed Muslim sister in another country. Come on now, people. You're smarter than that. Okay, misconception number 3. The Prophet Muhammad was a dirty, violent pedophile. First off, Muhammad was not dirty for his time period. In fact, he was extremely clean. Now, the picture here is of a Muslim boy performing wudu, or ritual ablution. Wudu is performed by Muslims before every prayer and before reading the Quran. This means the average Muslim washes themselves with water at least 5 times a day, if not more. Okay, it's important to note that Muhammad supported daily bathing, brushing your teeth using the miswak plant, keeping your house clean, avoiding eating dirty animals. Pigs during his time period were notorious for being diseased, which is why Jews are also prohibited from eating pig, as well as proper hygiene around the sick and infirm. You know, washing your hands, covering your mouth when you cough, that kind of thing. The things that we nowadays take for granted. Us calling Muhammad dirty from our perspective is the same as us calling the caveman who invented the wheel short-sighted. A metaphor, but hopefully you get the idea. Second, yes, Muhammad was violent, but no more so than any other military commander of his time period, or one could say of our own. He never claimed to be a man of peace in the same way as Jesus Christ or Siddhartha, the man who became the first Buddha. In fact, Muhammad despised warfare and set specific rules in the Quran to regulate and prevent any warfare. Muhammad had his people to protect, and he did so in the way his culture and religion said he was allowed to. Besides, before he wrote the Quran and founded Islam, he was a merchant. Terribly bloody-minded individuals, those merchants, whose businesses do best during times of peace. Finally, the belief that Muhammad was a pedophile.